guys, it's Mark here, back with another playing card review. As you can see, we're in a different location. I'm in Florida right now, visiting my nephew and some family. So yeah, I'm at my parents' condo right now. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you might have seen a video here once or twice. I think I made like 2 videos here last time I was down here. But today we are reviewing the Drifters playing cards by Dan and Dave. Dan and Dave Art of Play, but I believe it was Dan and Dave, designed by Neighborhood Studio, and this is the red edition. So it says on the side there, Buck Twins in Neighborhood Studio. As I'm opening these, I'll just talk for a second. So I have another pre-recorded video. As I'm recording this, it's Friday. I have a pre-recorded video that comes out tomorrow, I don't know, around middle of the day tomorrow, I believe, that I recorded a few days ago when I was home. So this one, I don't know, as I don't want to put out 2 videos in the same day, so this may come out ideally Sunday morning, but yeah, you guys will see it when you see it. But yeah, the Calder playing cards came, yeah, so I'm super excited about that. Of course, they came like 5 hours, and again, sorry about the noises. I'm in a condo right now, so there might be some background noises and stuff. But yeah, it's sorry, yeah, I was saying the Calder playing cards that Art of Play just released. If you guys have watched any of the last few videos, I've been super excited about them. 1, because they look super cool, and 2, like they just came out. No, it came out like a week ago. I don't have my knife with me, so I have to use this knife to try and cut this seal here. But so I want to be the first one to do like a YouTube review on it, so then obviously if people look it up, my review will show up for it. But yeah, and they look super cool, but I'm super excited about that. Other things we have coming, I'll have to get back to them because I haven't heard from them since they asked for my address. I don't know, Monday night, you know, when I get home, I'll check my mail and see what I've gotten in the past, 4 or 5 days when I've been gone. But yeah, Calder playing cards, Magic Makers is supposed to send me something. Sorry, what's his name? Craig Hill is supposed to be sending me some cards, even though I just did a review on him. I explained that in another video, so I'm not going to go over it. But I had asked him if he would send me some cards, and then, yeah, he kind of, well, he asked me, and then I was like, these cards are so cool, I have to review them. So I bought them, and then he got back to me. And so now, I don't know if he's going to send me the same ones or if they're a different colorway. I might do a video on it because that video was pretty cool. I really like those cards. But yeah, so anyway, I was at, so we have those, and then yeah, Magic Makers. And we have a couple other cool videos coming up. Like, for instance, as of the time of recording this, we're at 73 subscribers, 2 more, and we're going to open the white, the Overlook White Edition Maze Bat playing cards. So weird. I've been so busy since I've been down here. I've barely played with the cards at all in the last day. I'm normally, have cards in my hands for at least an hour, if not a couple hours a day. But yeah, it's so weird when something you are always doing, you go without doing it for a day or so. But yeah, so anyway, I was at sorry, that's a long intro. Yeah, these are the Drifters playing cards by Dan and Dave. Yeah, so there's a Magic store. I'm in the area of Naples, Florida here. Been coming here all my life. My parents have had a place here since basically I've been born, I think. And we've always came here for vacations, and I talked about it in a video a while back, but yeah, that was basically how I got introduced to Magic. There's this place called Tin City here, and they have a very cool magic shop, and like they do tricks for you, and they also have a bunch of really cool playing cards. But yeah, so I made a video last time, and they gave me a free deck of cards, and but yeah, shout out to them. So if you're in the area of Naples or Fort Myers, Florida, Tin City Magic. Super cool place. It was actually, so any time I'm here, I go there and buy a deck of cards. Sometimes, I know the guy really well, so sometimes I'll ask him, like, hey, what's a deck of cards you like? And, I'll just get a deck of cards that I've never heard of, or, something that he says that I should get. But it was cool today because he was, we were talking about cards, and he said that he loves King's Wild Project, and that they're like his favorite cards. And I thought that was really cool, since they're obviously, not obviously, sorry, I don't know why I said that, but they were the first ones when I had like 3 subscribers. They sent me like $100 worth of cards, so I thought that was really cool that he liked King's Wild Project. But yeah, shout out to him. I'm so sorry I don't know his name, but yeah, super nice guy. He really good at Magic. I'm sure he's probably a lot better than me at cardistry too. I would have to ask him if he does cardistry. But yeah, super nice guy. But anyway, shout out Tin City Magic. These cards at their store were $20. He gave them to me for like $15, so he always gives me deals and stuff. So yeah, super nice guy. But anyways, sorry for the long intro. Let's get into the review. So these cards came out a couple years ago, I believe. Yeah, I was kind of just showing you guys there, but I want to talk about the case a little bit. It is a tiny bit papery feeling, but I love the whole like Western, like spaghetti Western sort of vibe here, or like yeah, Old West with that circle in the middle there, almost like a Day of the Dead like design on the back. Super cool. Kind of like, yeah, I don't know what you would call it. Yeah, just like a Western film type of look to it. And I forgot what it is. Of course, I always forget. But I was looking these up on the Dan and Dave website, and they had a really cool, I wish they had put it on one of these, but just a really cool saying about, like, because they're called drifters playing cards, obviously. Just some sort of, if it's not too long, I'll put it up there. I probably won't, though, because it's probably really long. Wow, love the gold foil. I don't know if that's foil, but love the gold on that. But yeah, so they put something about just, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm sorry that it's taking so long to get into the cards. It's been a couple days since I've done a review, so kind of rusty. But yeah, they said something along the lines of, for the people that, are drifters, basically. I don't know what the definition of that is. You know what I mean, though. But I've always, like, kind of fantasized, not in this day and age, but, like, being, like, in, like, the 30s or 40s, like a Charles Bukowski kind of person that just goes from town to town and gets into weird and crazy situations and just wakes up the next day not knowing what they're gonna do for food or money, and they just live day to day and go city to city. Like, I've always just thought the idea of that, like I said, not in this day and age and not in my life, but if I was like born in like the 20s or 30s or 40s even, or maybe even like 60s, I don't know, I've always thought that would be like a fun and cool thing, which is probably not as glamorous as it is, or as it seems in books. I mean, Charles Bukowski's books aren't glamorous by any means, but I don't know, that's something I've always thought was cool, so that's kind of the reason I ended up going with these cards. They always have a bunch of cool stuff, but yeah, wanted to get a deck of these. Love the Dan and Dave art of play, obviously, so yeah, let's get into the deck here. Very cool. Like I said, more Western, kind of a mix of Western and like, yeah, I don't know, almost hard to put it. It's like mix of Day and the Dead and Western. Huh, really interesting font choice there. That almost looks like a upside down 5, doesn't it? Yeah, looks a lot like that. But yeah, pretty standard pips and indices fonts, just a little different. But, yeah, that looks like the 2 upside down. I don't know, very cool though. Yeah, pretty, I'm interested to see what okay, cool. I didn't know what the court cards were gonna be for this. I've tried to, if it's a deck I haven't heard of, or a new deck, to not look too much into it so I can get my genuine reaction on camera. Very interesting court cards. Yeah, kind of like, very cool ace, yeah, ace of diamond there. I really like that with the white and just those like squiggly lines and then gold around it. Super cool. So yeah, we already saw the main, or the pips and indices here. Want to get into the rest of these. It's sort of like, I don't even know another way to describe it right now. There's definitely a better way to describe it, but the first thing that comes to mind is like, not in this one, but like in these three specifically, is like a Red Dead Redemption 2 type of vibe to it. Like, it kind of looks like the characters in that. I've been obsessed with that lately, or, well, a few months ago. But, yeah, just like that time period, just looks like a Western gang, you know, in the early 1900s, late 1800s, like that sort of vibe, I guess, is more what I was saying. But, interested to see the ace here. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, very pretty aces. Yeah, some more Western. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, early 1900s. Yeah, outlaw type of vibe. Yeah, like I said, I'm terrible at like coming up with things on the spot. Maybe that's not true. I don't know. This is completely off topic, but I was just looking at improv classes. I've always wanted to do acting, and that would be fun. So maybe I won't be good at that, but I just thinking of things off the top of my head. That's why I said that. It made me think of that. But yeah, very cool cards. I forget what the point I was even trying to make with that. Oh, the Red Dead Redemption thing. I was saying I couldn't come up with like a better way to say what I was thinking in my head of like early 1900s sort of look to it. But yeah, super nice. Forgot to mention it earlier, two-way back design. But yeah, sort of like, yeah, just looks like I said, like, yeah, a century ago. Yeah, what I would picture that is, like, there's the skulls that represent, you know, like the death and hard times, and then to me, like, those flowers and patterns and the bows sort of represent like Indians you can see, and then like the flowers, like the farmers, and then the snake. I don't know, it just, like, if you think about that time period and sort of look at the back of the cards, so I'm not sure where they took inspiration from for these cards. Like I said, maybe I'll put the full description they had for these at the end of it, because it was really interesting. Sorry, I got tongue-tied there, but really resonated with me when I read it on their website. It was just in their archives or whatever. But yeah, deck feels super nice. Yeah, very good. It's kind of interesting. Their cards, like, they're newer cards to me. Like, not even necessarily when you're shuffling them, and not like the feel as in like, oh, they feel good or bad, but just like how the cards feel, like actually like feel to touch. Like, they feel different, like their newer cards do, and I think I like the newer ones better than like these ones or any ones I have that are a couple years old. I don't know, maybe that's just something in my head. But yeah, cards feel super nice for sure. Yeah, nice and springy. Yeah, those court cards, super unique, super custom, as well as the aces. That is really the top point of these cards. As well as the tuck case. I really like, I mentioned in a video recently, I like tuck cases that have a stamp that goes farther down. And I think, wow, this is, I didn't really even notice that, but this is embossed the word? There's definitely something on here, like it's not flat, like you can feel, not necessarily the patterns, but maybe just part of it's embossed. I don't know, it's really interesting. But yeah, I didn't show too much on here of the jokers, but yeah, very cool. It says Born to Roam on it with that same like picturesque guy on a horse as the, not on the back design, on the tuck case here, on the back of the tuck case here. Very cool. Or sorry, front of the tuck case. Far from home, 52, born to roam. Huh. Wonder what that means. Buck Twins, a neighborhood studio. Oh, I love this part too. The journey is the destination. That's kind of what I was talking about with the Charles Bukowski thing. Just like going on a journey and not knowing what you're gonna see or do or what crazy things are gonna happen, but just enjoying the experience. Like, I don't know, that seems like a cool thing to me. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. Just wanted to show you guys these cards real quick. Like I said, in a couple days, or depending on when this video comes out, maybe tomorrow, we'll be back at the new setup. But, or back at the same setup. But, yeah, super cool cards. Glad I got these. Honestly, like, no matter what deck of cards I get, it's always just nostalgic to go to that store and see the people there, and, you know, it's just a fun time. So, yeah, if I anytime I get a chance to go there, always get a deck of cards. It's always a ton of fun. Yeah, super cool. Yeah, these cards feel really great, though. Wow, yeah, man, these feel super nice. I mentioned this in my last video, I think. I don't know, the videos have been out of order lately since did a few at once. But anytime I say, like, oh, these cards feel great and they shuffle great, I always fuck up the next shuffle. Nope, wow, okay, we're gonna end it on that shuffle there, then that should tell you that these are good cards because I didn't jinx it. But yeah, very cool court cards. Yeah, love this deck a lot. Yeah, this one's super cool too. But yeah, super cool. The cigarette, the shotgun, or not shotgun, sorry, a pistol, rifle maybe? I don't know. I don't know much about guns. But yeah, let's get into the rating. Sorry if this was a more talky video. Like I said, kind of out of a rhythm, tired, done a lot of traveling, but yeah, been a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm excited to do the reviews coming up, and like I said, 2 more subscribers and we'll do the Overlook video. I can't wait for that video. I'm so excited about it. Like, it probably will perform similarly to all my other videos, but to me, I'm just so excited about it. Like, you guys have no idea. But yeah, and also, if anyone else, if all of the videos I make, if it's not enough card content for you, one of my good friends on YouTube, Noel, it's Noel Cardistry. I noticed he's been following the channel, and he's always the first one to like and comment on a video, and such a supportive guy. He's got a channel of his own too. Honestly, not to make him comment, but he always does, and I just know him. So yeah, if you guys want more cardistry content to check out, you should check out Noel's channel. He has started doing videos as well. I'll put the ad of the video up there. I'm sure, hopefully you're okay with me saying that, Noel, I'm sure you are. But yeah, I appreciate you, and appreciate you always watching my videos. So yeah, if anyone wants to watch any other cool cardistry videos, Noel does a great job, and he's the nicest guy ever. So yeah. But alright, let's get into the rating here. I just realized I don't have a paper and pen with me, so yeah, we'll be doing the math in my head. So let's just go from the top, so hopefully I can get this all right. Tuck case, even though it feels a little papery, it's just picturesque. Yeah, so beautiful. The foul, the blah, I cannot talk tonight. The flowers, like the line work. One of my other videos, I forget which one it is now. I think it was maybe the Lady Moon cards, but I said like all the line work looked like tattoos. Like, this is kind of what this looks like. Like, this would be like a sweet tattoo. Yeah, especially that middle piece there. That's so cool. Has to be a 10 out of 10 for the Tuck case. Price, 10 out of 10. I mean, I got them for $1 more than they are on site, but I got them $4 off. You have to think, you know, if they're buying them for retail price and then reselling them, they have to make some sort of profit, obviously, to stay in business. but the whole experience of the place I went to just makes it all the better. I would pay to go there and not buy anything, if that makes sense. It's just a great place, and all the nostalgia and great times it brings back and all the great memories I've had there. And the people are just so nice. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for the cost. Back design, like how it's a two-way back design. This was the only colorway they had, but the more I look at it, I'm really glad I went with the red. Kind of interesting side note here. You guys ever see, there's a couple people on Reddit and on TikTok, but in the Reddit forums, I think, yeah, he might be the same guy actually, but there's this guy that like just collects green playing cards and stuff, and I was like thinking, like, if you were to do that, like, that would suck. Like, it looks cool, like if you have a set and everything, or like a nice display and a way to display it, and like he has it from like lighter greens to dark greens. Like, it's insane. It's hundreds of decks of cards. But I was just thinking, like, if I were to do that, like, what's the color I have the most decks of? And like, you wouldn't want to pick like white or black, because then that would just look boring. So it has to be like not what's the word I'm thinking? Yellow, blue, and red, the three. I'll put it up there. You know what I'm talking about. It might be yellow, blue, and red, but not one of like the three main colors that every other color is made from. But it has to be anything but white or black, basically. I don't know why I went into that whole thing there. Probably because I'm trying to bore you guys. Yeah, anyway, I was just thinking about that, and it made me think, I don't think I have a lot of red decks. I have a lot of orange decks. I don't have many green decks either, now that I think. But just an interesting thought. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know. You've definitely seen that guy before. If you've seen it, you would remember it. But I don't know, just an interesting thing that came to mind. But yeah, sorry for all the talking in this video. But yeah, so we're at 20 out of 20. We did the price and the tuck case. Face cards, pips, indices are standard, but those court cards are so cool. The aces are so cool. The aces are actually, there's some court cards that really stand out to me. Wow, that one's really interesting. Yeah, very cool. But yeah, between the aces and the court cards, I feel like I don't know, some decks make it work, but I feel like for a lot of decks of cards, especially like a cardistry deck, like, you don't want every card to be different. And now, sorry, I'm just making this longer. Like, one of the last reviews I did was on a deck of cards where the pips and indices were completely customized and it looked handwritten, and I said in the thumbnail that it was my favorite deck of cards ever. And at the time I felt that way, but now looking at a standard deck, and probably if I look at it again I'll feel that way again, because it was super cool. But there's something about, and especially for cardistry, just a cool, clean, two-way back design, cool aces, and cool court cards. And that's all you need, pretty much. So yeah, if they were to do, you know, crazy or like different, I guess it's not completely standard because we have the different font. But sorry, what I'm getting at with that is, I feel like for this deck it would be too much. Like, it's a clean looking deck. Like, it would be too all over the place if they added customized pips and indices. So for this, it definitely works. It has to be a 10 out of 10. Feel these cards, man, they feel really great. Like, these are, wow, yeah, super slippery. Something about the sides of them, as I mentioned earlier, feels a tiny bit different, and it's not off-putting because it feels bad, but just because, like, you're so used to feeling one thing, and it feels like there's something slightly different about it. But, man, they handle so nicely. I'm gonna do one more shuffle. If the shuffle buckles, it's a 9 out of 10. If it doesn't buckle, the handle is a 10 out of 10. Because jinxing it twice, wow, okay, you saw it here first. 10 out of 10 for that. So that puts us at 40 out of 40. The last thing left is the back design. And going into this review, like, here's my opinion, and I'm so sorry this is, if I'm boring you guys with this, but in my experience, I'm just now thinking about this, like how I always talk about, like, the perfect deck of cards, like, for a deck of cards to be perfect in every category. Like, the deck of cards that I said, the A24 deck of cards, that I was like, this is my absolute, and I think it honestly is, or at least up there, like top 3. One of my favorite decks of cards in the video. I was like, this is the best deck of cards. It still didn't hit 10 out of 10 in every category, because let's be honest, there's going to be a couple categories that are going to really catch your eye, like whether it's the back design, or the face cards, or pips and indices, or something, and that's going to make you absolutely love the deck, which is perfectly fine. But then there's this decks like these, which it's like, yeah, this super cool deck of cards. I wouldn't call it my favorite deck of cards, but I really like it. But, and then you go into every oh my gosh, why can't I talk tonight? And then you go into every individual category that I go into. I knew that was going to happen. It's still a 10 out of 10 though. But you go into every individual category that I go to, and it hits a 10 out of 10 in every category. So that's my thought, is why, like, my favorite deck of cards won't ever be a 50 out of 50, because there's so many categories, or there's a couple categories that you're like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. This is better than any other 10 out of 10. And it might be true, but when you boil it down into the 5 categories, or my 5 categories, or however you do it, it might not be completely perfect. But as I was finishing that up, I love this back design. Yeah, as I was talking about on the tuck case, just so beautiful. And honestly, I have to give that a 9 out of 10. So this is a 50 out of 50 deck. This might be the perfect deck we've had since maybe the Cherry Casino holographics. I don't know. I have to go back and look. But either way, 50 out of 50. These cards are great. Yeah, I love them. Oh my gosh, that was the worst fan of my entire life. But yeah, super cool. Yeah, love it. Definitely a great cardistry deck. Yeah, flashy, but not too. But yeah, very cool. Yeah, I've heard of these before, like in passing, but never like really stopped and looked at them. And like I said, if I can, I'll put the description they did for it at the end. But yeah, sorry for ranting to you guys for half an hour, babbling for half an hour. But yeah, really love this deck of cards. And how convenient is that? The Ace of Spades is back in the front to end the video. So yeah, Drifters, 50 out of 50. Dan, Dave, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you putting up with all this talking of me. And like I said, if you want to check out Noel's channel, I'll link it down below if I can find some way in the description. Otherwise, yeah, he will probably, if he doesn't comment on this video, look at my last video and he commented on it. So yeah, shout out to Noel. And yeah, thank you so much for everyone who watches and subscribes and leaves comments and everything. It means so much to me. I love doing this so much. And yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, hopefully we'll have that Overlook deck soon. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Peace. Okay, guys, so I just wanted to add this in here at the end here. One, to not have to write a bunch of stuff and lay it over somehow or something. And also just so you guys didn't have to read more. But yeah, so the thing I was talking about, where it says on their website for these cards, so it says for the Ramblers, for the Gamblers, whichever hand life deals you, Drifters playing cards remind us the journey is the destination. Every shuffle and cut of the cards is a reminder to never settle, to chase a life of freedom. The wilderness holds the answers like the cards held in your hands. For those who seek adventure upon the horizon, be sure to pack a deck of Drifters. Yeah, and then also says, very interesting, printed by the U.S. Playing Card Company, obviously, using an exclusive crush stock process to create a more refined and lighter deck of playing cards. So I don't know. I'd have to go through and read exactly up on what the other decks I've used, and there's a lot of them. So, but yeah, maybe these are a different sort of stock or something, or yeah, the different process to do it is different, and that's why they felt a little different to me. But yeah, they feel great after using them for a little bit. But yeah, like I said, thank you for watching this video. Sorry for all the talking. I feel like I make these videos for myself more than I do anyone else, because I mean, obviously I love to make them, I love to show them to you guys, but yeah, after I haven't made one for a few days, it's nice to just talk about what's on my mind and things. So thank you for listening. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.